So first off, it wasn't a debate. It wasn't a debate. It was presented to me by some of the people on my team as if it was a debate, but that wasn't the case. It was the New Jersey Jewish Federation, which I want to say thank them for having this open forum, because it's the only opportunity that I had to even see this guy's face, like in person. It's the first time I've seen it in real time my entire life, in all honesty. And what it was a Q&A session. They had a couple of questions that he had to answer 30 minutes prior, right? They told me to get on at 8:30 when I was about to go on. And I got on at 8:06. And he's talking, and I hear him talking, and like my face pops up in the Zoom, and he kind of just like, what? And from then on, like I could see he was getting nervous the entire time that he was on this debate. Well, you gotta stop calling it a debate, because it wasn't a debate. So first off, they gave us the questions in advance, right? And they were pretty tough questions. But most of those questions were gonna make this guy look great. Oh, I supported the Affordable Care Act. You know, I supported the pulling out of the nuclear. I mean, I supported keeping the nuclear deal and all these things. And they all kind of pertain to what was going on in the Jewish community and the things that they were interested in. And I'm like, okay, I'll play your game, Mr. Pascal. I'll play your game. Right? First things first. From the very beginning, he was reading from a script. Now think about this. This is a guy who's been in politics for 23 years. 23 years. And here comes some random kid from the hood. 30 years old.
Yeah.
No script. No script. Yeah, like exactly. You know? He's reading a script and you already know the questions, you already know what they're gonna ask you, and you're preparing on paper. He's reading these things, he's trying to give emotional statements while reading at the same time, and I'm like, who in the, first off, and it's the thing that blew my mind is like, this is my first time actually seeing him in person other than watching him do debates, and he's a very charismatic guy. If you've ever seen Pascal at debates, pretty charismatic guy. He had no charisma, he looked like he was totally out of it, you know, absolutely low energy. And Biden, the Biden of New Jersey, you know? You know, Pascal's the Biden of New Jersey, reading teleprompters, so it's kind of the same. So when they started asking me the questions, they asked me the same exact questions that they asked me. And he was saying things that were ridiculous. Like, for example, I support the nuclear deal being in place because it prevented Iran from getting nuclear weapons and whatever, right? And that was what he said, right? And he just kind of said, you know, I support the Jewish community and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how could you say you support the Jewish community when Rashida Tlaib, what's her name, Ilhan Omar, are coming out saying all kinds of anti-Semitic things, and you're making jokes about wanting to join the squad, and someone who's been in Congress for as long as you've been in, and you're not even going to try and correct them? Who do you think you are? The second thing is, you're going to tell me that giving billions of dollars, okay, $400 million is flown over to Iran, and military AC-130s, our money, our cash. If I came at you at gunpoint and said, yo, give me your bread, this is going that way. Doesn't feel good, right? But that's what happened, and we gave it to a terrorist organization who has been attacking the United States. They tried to do some attacks in Iraq. They constantly threaten Israel. They constantly threaten everybody else in the Middle East. You talk about you support the Jews. You gave money to terrorists.
Thank you. Yeah.
You gave money to terrorists, and you supported it. And here you are grandstanding about how much you're a champion for the people. I'm like, bro, you are completely disconnected from what's really going on. How can you go out and say that you support them and then completely forget about the fact that these people try to attack us? And you know what the Republicans did? They had their top general who's doing all kinds of terrorist attacks on us in Iraq, and Donald Trump sent a robot to blow him to pieces. Okay? With a robot, okay? And you know what that shows? What that shows is like, listen, you can threaten people all you want. You can do all this stuff all you want. We don't have to go to war, because if Hillary Clinton was president, we'd definitely be at war.
Yes.
100%.
That's right.
All right? We'd definitely be at war. We sent a robot, took out their top general. They had to rebuild their military, figure out who's going to lead it next. And if we got you with a robot that you can't even see, what makes you think you stand a chance against the United States? We don't have to go to war. We don't have to go to war. We can stop you in your tracks. Yet you want to give them money. Everything he said made no sense. He made a statement at the very end. I've been in Congress for 23 years. My record speaks for itself. What record? You talk about you're a bipartisan guy. Why? Because you co-sponsor bills that other people wrote? What have you done? He says, I've been in Congress 23 years. I'm a dog in this game, and I like to fight. When I bite, I hang on, and I don't let go. So then it was my time to give a closing statement, and they asked about me. I said, well, Mr. Pascal, if you're a dog, then I'm a wolf. And 23 years is a very long time. And we will take you down. The Wolf Pack will take you down. Because Jennifer said something earlier. She said, you know, hopefully, God willing, we'll turn blue. And we'll turn, whoa, never mind. Yeah. We'll turn red, right? Hopefully we'll turn red, right? In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit naively overly optimistic. It's a fact we're going to turn red. Let me tell you why. It's a matter of when. It's a matter of when do we turn red. It can happen during an election, it can happen in between. Because as we've shown, as Barbara and Savas and the grassroots efforts that everybody put together, we think about how ridiculous this is. I'm talking to my friend while we're driving down here, bro. They started, the grassroots started an event with practically nothing, where a bunch of people came together to do a rally for Trump, and Trump wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? If we're able to do that, literally out of nowhere, what the hell makes you think we can't do other stuff?
Okay, all right.
And the thing is, this random guy that came out of nowhere from the 4th Ward of Patterson, New Jersey, was going up against a guy who's been in position for 23 years and no one has been able to take him down. I'm inspiring a lot of people, and I'm not trying to toot my horn, but there's a lot of people that will run. There's a lot of people that will fight. And there's a lot of people that are sick and tired, because if this rando from nowhere can do that, what could I do? What could we do? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So, we don't lose in 2020. We don't lose. There is no losing. We started something, and once that snowball goes downhill, an avalanche will take everything out. It'll take it out. That's how it starts. It always starts small. It starts with 1, then it's 2, then it's 20, then it's 3,000, then it's 10,000, then we take over.
That's right. There you go. Please. Red state.
So everybody who's got their fear, I don't want to wear my hat, I don't want to look crazy, I don't want to be labeled some way, now's not the time to be a punk.
Yes!
Now's not the time to be a punk, because if they're coming at us the way that they're coming at us and we do nothing about it, we don't carry out our freedom of speech, we don't push forward, they're already pushing forward, and they're over the cliff and underground.
There you go.
So we gotta push back.
Yes.
And if this is what the grassroots can do, just this small thing, we're small now, but eventually we will be massive.
Yeah.
But that's only if you speak, that's only if you're inspired, that's only if you stop being a punk. Don't be a punk. It's time to fight. Politically. Politically. No violence. We're not Antifa. We don't gotta do that kind of stuff. Alright? So now, you guys ready to watch some Mortal Kombat? Watch Donald Trump knock this guy's head off? Or what? Alrighty guys. Have a good night. Thank you for your support. And God bless you all. Keep up the fight. Don't be a wuss.
Billy.